I first saw Lance do the dove act, I was absolutely amazed. And he was such a great dove worker that it was almost like a character, like a automaton, performing wonderful, wonderful dove magic.
Amongst magicians, he's got it all. He's got the fingers, and he's got the timing, and he's got the looks.
He looks a bit like a sort of mutant cousin of Elvis Presley.
No, he doesn't. He's too thin. He looks more like Shakin' Stevens.
Yeah.
Sometimes the most difficult aspects of the bird act is not actually doing the act. It's making people care about it, you know, because the magician is trying to fool, and being fooled, being deceived is not a pleasant experience in everyday life. As a magician, we're asking people to enjoy being deceived, and that's really the hard part, is to connect with the audience and make them like it.
Lance Burton is just stuffed full of doves. I mean, it's incredible that he can do it, and he'll just bring a dove out somewhere, but it's because he is packed, stuffed full of doves. He can't move. He's got doves up here, doves down there, doves everywhere.
That in itself is a piece of magic, that their heads are all folded under them. I don't know how they do it.
There was something very, very odd about him, in actual fact, and probably quite kinky. So yeah, if I said I had to sleep with a magician, I have a horrible feeling it might be Lance Burton.
At number 3, two magicians who performed the fastest ever version of this Houdini classic.
Don't blink, it takes them just under 2 seconds.
The legs on that was all I could look at, her legs.
She's shaved within an inch of her life. She goes to a clinic somewhere, and they know her intimately because they plucked.
Charlotte's costumes are skimpy. There's a reason for this. She's got a great body. This is going to sound a little arrogant, but the thing that pleases me most about Metamorphosis is that it is an illusion that was done by all the great illusionists. And we did things that would have fooled Houdini, the man who invented it.
And she gets out of the box having changed her leotard. Well, how did they do that?
Well, God gave me this job, and I'm doing it as best I can. So.
Ready? Yo! I'm just
Levitation is just, it's frightening. I mean, that scares me. I go, oh, when I see it.
He's into that spiritual stuff, man. It's serious, man. I seen a movie on it, man.
And they react like they've seen the impossible, and that's what's slightly frightening about it.
Can you see my feet? Don't move. Why?
I was very impressed
very impressed. And the fact that he did it in the street. In a studio, anything could be set up in a studio. It's amazing. I mean, for all we know, there's a boat with a string up at the end. They just pick people who have got bad necks.
You want to see something that I find a little bit strange?
Sure. You don't find this strange? I do.
What I find strange is an ability. Stand close together in case I fall over.
What?
You do feel he has communed with forces, like he literally had just sold his soul at the crossroads somewhere, and instantly had that power, instantly had that ability to persuade people that he was, you know, truly a miracle worker.
I guess he's very gifted. To me, like, spiritually very gifted, but, like, I think meditation-wise, he really, like, he can do it. I mean, that was unbelievable. I mean, there's, like, no strings attached.
He floated. That's all. Did you see him float? Did you get a float? Because he floated.